Hey you, welcome back. My name is Jake, and today you must be here to learn about some more possible a-holes. Oh, I'll read the stories, you like this video, and let's just have some fun. This story by someone's full name, I think. Am I the a-hole for flirting with a guy that I have no intention of dating or sleeping with? I, 23 female, flirt a lot with a guy, 24 male, at work. I've always been very clear about the fact that I'll never do anything with anyone I work with. I just think it's a bad idea all around, especially since I plan to work here all through college. I don't want any drama. I've been asked out by a few people at work and given all of them this reason when I turned them down. I do flirt with this one guy though. He's cute and sweet, and I just like flirting with him. I definitely consider having something with him if we didn't work together. Is it leading him on because I'm flirting, or is the fact that I'm vocal about my opinion on dating or that stuff in the workplace enough? Gentle, you're the a-hole. Keep it professional. Don't flirt at work. Also, you might hurt him. Yata. A lot of people use work as an excuse to reject guys they don't want to date at work. Then I've seen a lot of people date someone from work at the same place. So flirting with someone at work is most certainly not good if your stance is no dating at work. The fact you even said you'd consider having something with him if you didn't work together makes it that much worse because, well, it implies there is a chance you do date at work, meaning you're leading us all on if we are invested in this fantastic workplace rom-com you call life. Without more to this, you're the a-hole. It's a big mixed message. This doesn't have a lot in terms of information, but flirting and then saying no thanks to anything more could lead to trouble, especially being a workplace and all. Yeah, actions speak louder than words. You can keep saying you have no intentions, but your actions say differently. It's hard for me to judge because I don't know how you flirt, and I don't know the guy to know how he reacts. If people are repetitively asking you out, I am assuming your flirting is crossing the line from playful to leading on. Slight, you're the a-hole. Why are you flirting with him? OP says. Well, most of the time I just sort of do it naturally because I think he's sweet and cute. I don't usually intend to flirt, but I do sometimes seek him out if I need help with something or if I'm having a frustrating day because he lifts my spirits. No easy answer here. It really depends on how he feels. If he knows it's all good and fun and is okay with it, go ahead. But if he doesn't know, or if you don't know if he knows, then you should probably buckle up for an awkward conversation with him about it. Your vocal opinion is definitely enough, but the flirting may cause unwanted drama. Lots of people, male and female, flirt with no intention of taking anything further. As long as he knows what the boundary is, you are not the a-hole. Nata, you don't owe anyone a relationship or kinky times because you flirt with them. As long as your intentions are clear, you're not leading them on. And I suppose that's the main thing here, whether or not he's understanding that this is just playful fun. Honestly though, she seems to be pretty into him for someone she's just having a fun flirt with. I definitely see one Christmas party later changing this scenario into dating your colleague. Thing is too, you can say you're not leading people on, and you can say I'm not interested in yada yada yada, but as was mentioned before, actions speak louder than words. And honestly, it sounds like you're pseudo-dating him. The only way I guess you can really prove yourself wrong in that matter is for him to get a girlfriend and you not to be jealous at all. Honestly, it sounds like she's into him, but is using the work professionalism as a blockade from anything being further. This story by Grind Sita. Am I the a-hole for being mad at my girlfriend for giving her friend a lap dance? So, we were at one of my girlfriend's friend's birthday parties. The friend is a woman, just to clarify. It's a nice party, and everything is going nice. At one point, her friend, who we will call S, sat down to take a break from dancing. I guess my girlfriend gets this idea that it would be funny if she went over to S and gave her a quick lap dance because that's the next thing she does. My girlfriend goes over to S and shakes her butt in S's lap. S doesn't touch her, but she acts like she enjoys it. She just does this for like 6 to 8 seconds. So S thinks it's funny, and so does everyone else. Girlfriend gives S a high five, and that's that. I'm silently ticked off though. Girlfriend and I are leaving the party and are in our car. I ask her what the hell that was about. She's confused, and I tell her I am mad about the lap dance. Girlfriend tells me to calm down and that it was just a joke, that she only did it for like 5 seconds and that S didn't even touch her. She claims it was done in a joking way and not sexual way, but I think that's BS. That stuff will always be sexual. I let her know that if she wants to be in a relationship with me, that she can't do stuff like that anymore. Girlfriend is obviously angry with me, but is silent the rest of the car ride. I feel like I was being reasonable. Am I the a-hole here? You're the a-hole. Insecurity isn't attractive. I don't think there's anything wrong with what she did. It sounds like it was a joke, and you should lighten up a bit. Had it gone longer or clothes started coming off, I'd lean towards your side, but this sounds harmless. Letting her know you don't care for that is also acceptable, but how you convey that to her is important. Info: have you or your guy friends never said gay things, falling under the category no homo? Do you at least know what I'm talking about? I mean, I've said some kinda obviously joking gay things to my guy friends and have said things like pause or no homo afterwards, but that's obviously different. Those are just words. This was physical. The equivalent of you being upset over this lap dance would be her getting mad at you for emotional cheating with your guy friends by the jokes you say, which she probably wouldn't do because she's not an a-hole. Yata. In response to the OP as well, I have to disagree with you on that. Physical jokes do exist. It was not necessarily that much different than a no-homo joke said in words, except it was in body language. I think perhaps the stigma for men is greater, so the jokes do not go as far for you. I once watched 2 straight women strip their shirts off for a boob wrestling match, so it could have been worse. The question is, are you capable of telling the difference between a joke of this kind and real flirting? I am a bisexual woman, so I do not rule flirting out. I am inclined to think it was only a joke from your description. The lack of touching, the briefness, and the fact they were comfortable with you watching indicate to me that a joke is more likely. It would be very strange of your girlfriend to cheat right in front of you. I think your feelings are valid, but at the same time, I think you need to understand that this is one of those times when no one meant to hurt anyone. You can tell your girlfriend that you don't like jokes that imply it would be funny if she cheated on you, but you can't tell her that she deliberately hurt you, because she didn't. You may need to apologize for overreacting, but I think she should also apologize for accidentally hurting you. No a-holes here is my verdict. Now, but see, it isn't that he's insecure about his girlfriend sexualizing herself in front of others. It's that she's so bad at it, see. He was getting upset over how terrible she was at lap dancing, and he's clearly wanting to give her some better pointers. He explained in the comments that after the car ride, he took her to the lounge room and put her on the dining table chair and gave her a personal lap dance for educational purposes. It definitely happened. I don't need the screenshot. Boo! Hello, just noticing you're quite a bit into the video. If you're this far, that means you're enjoying yourself, or you've just forgotten to click off. Don't click off! If you could perhaps like this video or subscribe, that would be mwah. And I will mwah your face if I ever see you. That is not legally binding. Anyway, as you were. This story by Miserable AD 9631. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister she's not responsible enough to be a parent to her unborn daughter, partly because it's true, and partly because I miscarried years ago? I don't know. What do you think? Now let's see if there's some redeeming qualities. Years ago, my ex-fiancé and I were in the middle of wedding planning when we discovered we were pregnant. The baby wasn't planned, but we were overjoyed anyway. A few months later, we learned we were having a girl. I was over the moon because I always wanted a daughter. Then I miscarried, and we both went into this intense period of grief. Ultimately, we ended up breaking up. I got over losing him because there were always other men out to date, but never got over losing my daughter. I still blame myself for the miscarriage and for not being healthier. I was slightly overweight, hardly ever exercised, and never ate right. I was 36 back then, and it was already late for me to have a kid, but now it's pretty much impossible. Now I'm dating a great man, but we decided not to have kids. We thought about an IVF, but since we are almost 50, we decided not to. However, that means I will never get the daughter I wanted. I just learnt that my sister is pregnant with a girl, and she is over the moon despite not being financially prepared or responsible enough to be a parent. She and her husband can barely afford the kids they already have, and they're always getting dropped off at a relative's house so they can get sloshed with their friends. No one really knows how torn up I am about the miscarriage since I try to pretend I'm okay all the time. However, I feel like it's unfair that she gets to have 2 girls and gets to have the feeling of her heart walking outside her body. I felt the same for my unborn daughter, but never got to spoil her with all the love and attention I had for her. The closest thing I have is my boyfriend's daughter, but she herself has stated that she never wants anything to do with me and wishes that I'd get out of her life. I've asked friends who've also miscarried and are step-parents what to do, and one of them, outrageously, suggested that I give the love and attention I would have given to my daughter to my significant other's kid and or niece since, well, she's got to love a kid anyway despite not having her own. I immediately blocked her number and on all social media when she said that since it was so insensitive. Today, I told my sister that she wasn't responsible enough for another kid, and I couldn't wait for her to call me crying about finances if they are already struggling with one kid. I also said that my boyfriend and I couldn't wait to dust off the baby bottles to feed her new kid milk while she and her husband went out to party. Literally. I remember the time some other kid was born and 3 months later, they went out to party and my boyfriend was the one cuddling her newborn and taking turns feeding her baby with milk on Friday nights even though we didn't frickin' have that kid. She immediately blocked my number and said that I was a hateful feminine pup. After that, the rest of my family texted me to say that I was an a-hole and I should apologize, but I don't want to. I was being truthful. Am I the a-hole? Honestly, this doesn't even seem like an ATA story. It just sounds like someone wanting some pity for their issues and thinks that they can be excused being an a-hole to others because of it. Yata, you took her moment of joy, financially irresponsible or not, and made it into a victory for your pain. This isn't winning. Taking pride in her impending struggle isn't compassion. You need to deal with your own trauma and grief, and you need therapy. But first, you need to apologize to your sister. Yata, none of these people have done anything wrong to you. Because you feel guilt about your own choices, and because you are jealous of her, you are ruining your sister's moment and criticizing her parenting, when she hasn't even done anything wrong. Your sister and family are right to be mad at you. This is just like when you overreacted and cut off your friend for simply suggesting you love another child too. You need serious therapy. You have never gotten over your miscarriage, which you admit, but you are taking it out on everyone else in your life. 1. Your miscarriage, while devastating and terrible, is not and should not be the focal point of other people's lives. 2. Why on earth should you not give a stepchild undiluted love because she isn't your heart walking outside? I don't care that she wants nothing to do with you. If she is a child, your job is to give her love even if you don't get it back, because that is what a good parent does. 3. Awful of you to tell your sister that she isn't able to take care of her kid and that you can't wait to watch her struggle. 4. Awful of you to pretend to want to hang out with your niece and then be resentful of your sister's bad parenting choices. It almost sounds like you don't enjoy spending time with your niece, but take care of her just to feel superior to your sister. In conclusion, I'm glad I don't actually know you. There's at least one person being somewhat sympathetic, though. I don't want to say Yata, but you are here. I get you are in pain, and I understand that it can seem like this isn't fair. Your feelings are valid, but you should have seen, the moment you wrote, partly because I miscarried, that your anger was not because she can't take care of a kid, but because you are jealous and, assuming on my part, that she is not as grateful for having children as you would be. Your whole post is not centered around her inability, but your pain on how you view her and her family dynamic. Overall, it definitely is a situation that she needs to see someone about and really reflect on herself and where this is stemming from. But either way, absolute a-hole. Why hello there, it seems you're at the end of a video. Don't you scamper off, if you're this far in, that means you enjoyed yourself. So come on, don't be selfish, sharing that love. Like this video, and if you'd like to be updated on my ramblings, why not subscribe as well? If there's anything you think I might have missed or made no sense at all what the hell I was thinking, let me know. I am just one opinion after all. I do read the comments when I can. Now sometimes YouTube doesn't notify me on every comment I get, so I assure you I try to read all the comments. I want this to be a platform where we share ideas, so if you have something that you think I might have missed in these stories, let me know. Join me in the adventure of life. But let's wrap things up like a Christmas present. My name's been Jack, Your presence has been very welcoming today, and I look forward to rambling at your face through the cosmos of the internet another time soon. Bye!